We typically imagine the Smilodon as a creature of raw, unbridled aggression, a predator that used sheer force to overwhelm anything in its path. That image is built around its most famous feature, those massive upper canine teeth, which in some individuals reached lengths of 28 centimeters. This skull shows these weren't rounded spikes, but shaped like blades, extraordinarily thin and specialized for piercing. That profile created a high-stakes trade-off. While strong against vertical pressure, even a small amount of side-to-side force could cause them to snap. For the Smilodon, a broken tooth was a permanent handicap. Losing these tools meant it could no longer deliver a killing blow, leading to inevitable starvation. This creates a biological puzzle. To survive as an apex predator, the Smilodon had to find a way to use these fragile daggers against some of the largest animals on the planet without ever letting them break. The fossil record at the Brea Tar Pits provides a clear map of how this predator operated. It wasn't hunting small, nimble targets. It targeted the heavy musculature of giant bison and ancient horses, animals with thick hides and immense physical power. The Smilodon's own heavy build meant it couldn't win a game of endurance. It simply didn't have the stamina for long-distance chases. Instead, it relied on dense cover and a short, explosive burst of speed to close the distance instantly. Upon contact, the primary weapons weren't the teeth, but the forelimbs. The bone structure here is exceptionally robust, built to anchor massive muscle groups. It used this upper body strength to wrestle prey to the ground, pinning the animal down to stop it from thrashing. This wrestling match was the most important part of the hunt. By immobilizing the prey, the Smilodon created a stable platform that protected its fragile canines from the risk of snapping during the final strike. Once the prey was pinned and the threat of movement was gone, the predator could finally deploy its fangs. Unlike a hyena, which might bite anywhere and crush through bone, the Smilodon had to be incredibly selective about where it placed its teeth. It used a precise angled trajectory, driving the canines into the neck while carefully sliding them past the vertebrae. The goal was to hit only soft tissue, severing the vital blood vessels and the windpipe in one clean motion. The predator then pulled its head straight back, ensuring the blades exited the wound without any twisting force that could cause a fracture. Rather than staying locked in a struggle, the Smilodon would step away. It waited for the rapid loss of blood pressure to do the rest of the work. This wasn't a display of wild fury. It was a controlled, surgical execution dictated by the engineering limits of the animal's own body. Every part of the Smilodon's anatomy, from its thick neck to its heavy shoulders, functioned as an integrated support system for its teeth. The animal accepted significant trade-offs, sacrificing speed and endurance for the wrestling power required to keep those blades safe. This reframes the Smilodon as a highly calculated Ice Age assassin, where success depended on minimizing variables. The Smilodon's entire design was specifically adapted to overcome the massive, thick-skinned herbivores that defined its era. It serves as a reminder that apex predators are rarely built on unchecked chaos. They are often defined by their constraints.